In today's lesson, we're going to talk about how to get quicker results by doing more of less. Yes, I say that. I want you to do more of less things. Not doing less of less of more, but doing more of less. So here's a time management tip. If you ever feel overwhelmed, you have a lot of things to do, know that the most important word, what's the most important word for an entrepreneur? You know, the most important word for an entrepreneur need to say, and you get to say more often, is 2 letters. No. N-O. Say no. Say no and say no more often, right? Say no to distractions. Say no to things. You may have a long to-do list, but say no. Focus on that DMO, right? Focus on the income-producing activities, the things that actually make you money. The DMO, the 3-5-5-3. By the way, let me share with you the DMO here. Focus on the DMO, the 3-5-5-5-3. These are the things that are going to get you to recruiting, right? 3, posting 3 times a day, meeting 5 new contacts, sending out 5 invites, follow up with 5 people, sending 3 people to a presentation. So learn to say no and know that it's the 80-20 rule, right? You may have heard this as the Pareto principle. 20% of your efforts give you 80% of the return. Okay, 20%, the first time I learned this, it was profound, right? 20% of the things you do will give you 80% of the return. 80% of the stuff you do give you very little return, 20%. And the 20% is the DMO, right? 20% of this will give you 80% of the return. So when I say doing more of less, if you have time, do more of this, right? Do more of the income producing activities and less of the other things. And so this helps you stay focused, be more focused, work on that DMO. So I want you to do, the action step is, I want you to, and by the way, the 80-20 rule, you can also say 20% of the things you do give you 80% of the happiness. 80% of the stuff you do give you 20% of happiness as well. And also 20% give you 80% of misery, 80% give you 20% of misery. So think about the 80-20. I can go on and on about it. It's one of the most profound principles. But 20% of the things you do will give you 80% return. And that 20% of this is the DMO. And I want you to work more on the DMO. Do less of the other things. And I know sometimes you may have things to do. Well, you know what? Just plan, like, if you have like a project at home and stuff to do, don't try to do all the projects in 1 week. Maybe spread out in 1 week, one a week. But you really can't do that much. All right. So your action step is, number 1, I want to make you make a list of all the things you have to do, or you think you have to do, and then ask yourself what needs to go, what do you need to let go of, what do you need to stop doing. Right? Stop doing the 80% that give you 20% of return. Work more on the DMO. Do more of less. And that, you know, it could be boring. It could be boring, and success is boring. But it's to those who do the same thing, to work in the income producing activities all the time. That's how you achieve success in network marketing. So work on a DMO and say no to everything else. Stay focused.